I'm Melissa Hochstad, President and CEO of the American Cleaning Institute, and I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this morning. We have an amazing round of presentations today. You'll hear from our wonderful award winners, who I'm really excited to hear about their program, the Center for Disease Control, Henkel Corporation, and colleagues from ACI's advocacy and scientific teams. Now, before we get started, I know we have some folks that are participating by Skype, and I would just ask if you could make sure to mute your line. So for those of you who don't know, ACI was actually founded in 1926. And in 1927, the association launched the Cleanliness Institute to teach the value of hygiene. The Institute published and disseminated educational materials in cooperation with public and private organizations, including schools, as well as health, social, and welfare agencies to improve hygiene practices. And for more than 90 years, hand hygiene and germ reduction in schools has remained a priority for ACI. In 2003, ACI and CDC collaborated to focus on the development of a health initiative that would keep children in school and learning, which led to the creation of the Healthy Schools, Healthy People, It's a SNAP program. And SNAP is an acronym for the School Network for Absenteeism Prevention. This joint initiative seeks to improve hand hygiene habits in order to help prevent the spread of infectious disease and to keep students in school. And we're also focused on improving student health by making hand washing an integral part of the school day. Now, since the creation of this program, schools have been encouraged to create an impactful, student-led project and to apply for national recognition. A review panel of unbiased health and student leadership professionals rate the projects on creativity, teamwork, impact, and the ability of the program to be replicated by other individuals. So today we honor our 2019 Healthy Schools, Healthy People National Award recipients. And again, congratulations, ladies. Before we get to our winners, we are proud to also recognize two of our runner-up award recipients. The first is Stanley Boyd High FCCLA in Stanley Boyd, Wisconsin, for their Spread the Love, Not Germs program. And the second is Lake Lure Classical Academy's Germ Busters program. And both schools will receive a $1,000 cash donation and hand hygiene products that have been donated by ACI member companies. This year's national award is being presented to Litchfield Middle School FCCLA for their A Clean Start project. Now, before we hear from the wonderful team at Litchfield, let's hear a few words from the Center for Disease Control.
Hello, and congratulations, Litchfield Middle School, on your national award in the 2019 Healthy Schools, Healthy People, It's a SNAP program. Ellie Brown, Shelby Dengerud, Cameron Iverson, and Olivia Olson, I'm so pleased to recognize you for the outstanding work you've accomplished. I hope you're having a great time in Washington, D.C. The program you created, A Clean Start, is excellent. You used scientific experiments to show how easy it is to get germs on your hands and how proper hand washing removes them. You set up a program to teach kids how to wash their hands. Then, this part really impresses me, you evaluated your program to see if it really improves hand hygiene. And it does. Ms. Julie Rick, thank you for your dedication in helping your students promote hand washing in schools around Litchfield, Minnesota. Now they know that regular hand washing in schools reduces the number of times students and staff get sick. The It's a SNAP program helps us work together to keep classmates, friends, families, and communities healthy. CDC works hard to encourage hand washing as the best way to prevent infection and illness. This is why we are happy to work with the American Cleaning Institute and schools across the country to promote that message. With the help of our peers, we can make a difference. When students learn healthy habits like hand washing in school, they model these behaviors for their families and friends. Congratulations once again, Litchfield Middle School, on setting a great example and reminding us to take a little extra time and make sure our hands are clean.
I'm Rachel Collins, Director of Education Outreach here at ACI. It is my pleasure to introduce the Litchfield Middle School FCCLA team, Ellie Brown, Shelby Dengerud, Olivia Olson, Cameron Iverson, and their two FFCLA advisors, Julie Rick and Jen Cabell. The Litchfield team arrived in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, and they've had the opportunity to learn about some of our country's history by visiting landmarks such as the Arlington National Cemetery and the Kennedy Center. Yesterday, they toured the Capitol, met with representatives from their state of Minnesota. Before I turn the podium over to the Litchfield team, I'd like to share a few comments from the panel who reviewed their application. Innovative use of a podcast. This was not only creative, but could be easily implemented by other schools around the nation. Great job reaching out to students starting a new chapter. Excellent job incorporating all 5 key hand-washing messages. So Ellie, Shelby, Olivia, and Cameron, now it's your turn to share a bit about your campaign, A Clean Start.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Olson.
I'm Cameron Iverson.
I'm Ellie Brown.
And I'm Shelby Dangard.
Earlier this year, we noticed that there were a lot of students missing in our classes due to sickness. It seemed like every day at least 6 students were gone because they were sick.
We were concerned because we all had very busy schedules. We are involved in sports, activities such as FCCLA, and with our churches and families.
We wanted to make sure that we did not end up sick, because missing school means our grades suffer, as well as time spent on our extracurricular activities.
When we started looking into the reasons why people get sick, we learned that germs spread very easily and quickly, and that the best thing we could do to stay healthy is to simply wash our hands.
Through our research on the Minnesota Department of Health, the CDC Centers for Disease Control, and the American Cleaning Institute websites, we learned that even if we aren't sick, our learning can still suffer.
This sounds odd, but it's true. It's because when any student misses school, the rest of the students typically have to spend more time reviewing concepts so the absent students can help catch up. So being absent actually hurts everybody.
We wanted to share this information with as many kids as possible so that more kids would learn how to stay healthy, be in school, and be able to participate in activities.
We decided the best way to share this information with our peers is to do an FCCLA project on the topic.
Our plan included teaching students about what germs are, how they can make us sick, how to prevent the spread of germs, and how this will benefit us both in the classroom and out of it.
We decided to focus our lessons on the preschoolers and 5th graders. We chose these age groups because they are starting a new chapter in their lives.
The preschoolers are entering school for the first time. They will be exposed to a lot more germs than before.
The 5th graders are in a new building and have more independence. Their teachers don't take them to the bathroom and remind them to wash their hands, nor do they all wash their hands as a group before lunch or snack. They are responsible for these tasks by themselves.
This is why we titled our project A Clean Start. We hope it will encourage students to continue their good hand-washing habits throughout their lives.
We would like to take a moment to take you through our slideshow. We learned how to set goals, make and execute a plan, and evaluate our progress through our experience in FCCLA. This is our table of contents. This slide shows our planning process, which identifies our concerns and goals. It has also helped us stay organized.
Here, we identified our concerns and set goals.
Through our research, we noted that in addition to the fact that all students suffer when a student is absent, the average student misses 4.5 days of school per year. When you have 128 students in a class, that's a lot of days and a lot of missed learning.
Another concern we had was that there are about 3,200 bacteria from 150 different species on our hands at any given time. Did you know that a single germ can multiply to more than 8 million in one day? We wanted to be sure that we would be able to relay this information to show students exactly why they should take hand washing so seriously.
The next concern we wanted to address was proper hand washing techniques. We read that 1 in 5 people don't wash their hands, and of those people, only 30% use soap. We also learned that damp hands spread 100 times more germs than dry hands. We thought it was time to teach students how to wash properly.
Our goals were to teach students what causes illness, like the flu and common cold, how to wash their hands properly, and when the most effective time to wash your hands is.
In December, we went to the Mighty Dragons preschool, which is owned by my mom, to conduct our first lessons. Throughout the afternoon, we formed a great partnership with her and her students. After the introductions, we divided the students into 2 smaller groups. One group listened to a story, while the other group watched a video about how germs spread.
Next, we went all together again so that I could demonstrate how to wash hands the right way. I made sure to refer to the posters we made so that the students could look at the pictures while they practiced themselves.
Now it was time for the experiment. I had students help me set it up. Students with unwashed hands touched a peeled potato all over, then put it in a jar with a lid. Then I took another potato and students with washed hands touched it all over. We put that one in a jar and closed it too. Since it was going to take time for the bacteria to grow, we left the instructions with the teacher, Miss Julie, and her students to watch for growth and send us pictures about how the potatoes are changing.
Finally, we left each student with a gift bag that included soap, a hand-washing poster, a sticker sheet to chart their hand-washing progress, and a letter to the parents that explained what we taught.
In January, we taught the 5th graders in Mrs. Rick's FACS class. The first thing we did was give the students an anonymous survey on their hand-washing habits.
Then we shared some information on what germs are, how many we find in everyday items, and how to reduce the numbers. We followed that up with the video on how germs spread and multiply. We also stressed on how washing our hands reduces germs that make us sick. If we are healthy, we can come to school, where we learn more and experience more success.
Lastly, we divided the students into 3 small groups. One group played a game using glow germ to show how easily germs spread. A second group used the hand-washing posters we made to practice the proper way to wash their hands.
The third group made outlines of their hands on paper so we could enter a contest on raising our hand for hygiene. In this station, students also prepared the experiment on germs growing on bread, much like the potato experiment that the preschoolers had done.
We evaluated the success of our lessons with the preschool sticker charts and the pre- and post hand-washing surveys for the 5th graders.
Only 5 out of 18 sticker charts were returned to us, but of those results, students showed over 50% success in their hand-washing habits, with washing after using the bathroom, a perfect score.
The 5th grade survey showed a lot of growth in their hand-washing habits as well. The 2 areas with the most significant improvements were washing their hands before they eat, a 43% increase, and after they get home from school, a 17% increase.
We shared our project idea and photos with our principal and technology department so they could be displayed on our school website.
We also developed a podcast that included information about the importance of hand washing. We recruited our parents to help us deliver the message and launched it in February. We thought it would be a good idea to include our parents in this effort to show how families can work together to stay healthier.
We really enjoyed working with the students and building relationships with teachers. We learned a lot and feel like we made a big difference in the spread of germs in our school, and hopefully to hundreds more as a result of our podcast.
Our resources for this project included the following websites: ACI, the Minnesota Department of Health, and the CDC. Thank you for your attention. Do you have any questions?
What was the hardest part of the project?
Probably setting up all the experiments because you really did have to prep for them.
Yeah,
We had to make sure everything was
potato
clean.
experiment too, because we had to peel them, make sure they're boiled and washed, so they had no germs on them.
Any other questions?
Did the parents of the children you taught learn something too? Did they share that with you?
We spoke to one of them, and she said that she and her daughter had gone home and told her all about the day and what she learned as well.
So,
So
I feel
she was
like,
very excited.
Yes.
Hopefully they'll have less off days from work.
So, who was tougher to teach, like the kindergartners or the fifth graders?
Probably. Oh.
I feel like well, the preschoolers are kind of like jittery almost and like too excited for it, which I can understand. But the fifth graders,
It was
yeah.
definitely a bigger class. The fifth
Yeah.
graders
Yes,
were
they
a
were-
bigger class than the
yeah.
preschoolers.
I'd say the fifth graders for me.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, first off, let's give a round of applause. That All right, you're going to stand over here and just have a few words. Okay. All right, I don't know about you all, but I was extremely impressed. Clearly a well thought out project with everything from what you needed to do at the beginning to what the results were to what you learned. So great job, ladies. So thank you to Ellie, Shelby, Olivia, and Cameron. And I think we've all kind of taken some thoughts away from here in terms of even things that we can utilize at ACI as part of our educational programming. So I'm excited. I always love to learn as well, which is great. And I think that everyone here is really going to walk away with kind of what we've learned from Litchfield Middle School FCCLA and remembering a Clean Start lessons, how we can implement them moving forward. So I'd like to ask Rachel Collins, our Director of Outreach and Communication, to come back and help with the awards presentation. Now, we don't want you to leave Washington empty-handed. I hope you've got a lot of good memories and fun times from here. But to recognize you for your outstanding Clean Hands campaign, Rachel and I are happy to present you with special awards and certificates on behalf of the American Cleaning Institute and the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Okay.
Ellie Brown.
Okay, it's Ellie. Give you that. Thank you to Ellie.
Shelby Dangerud.
Shelby, congratulations.
Cameron Iverson. Olivia Olson.
Olivia. Thank you. We have something for our teachers as well.
Julie Rick. Jennifer Crabell.
Okay, we also would like to acknowledge the ACI member companies which sponsored this year's National Awards program. So Colgate-Palmolive and Seventh Generation will be shipping donations of hand hygiene and other cleaning products to the school. And then Aerolessence, the Clorox Company, Colgate-Palmolive, Ecolab, Georgia Pacific Professional, and Henkel Corporation have contributed a cash award to help you continue your clean hands education in your community. So on behalf of ACI and our member companies, I'm pleased to present the Litchfield Middle School FCCLA with a check for $7,500. So congratulations. And we hope that you'll use this awards money to further your clean hands educational efforts. So we have to have the giant check, and we're probably going to have to help. I know everybody's hands are full, so however.
You can do one hand.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one hand underneath. Okay.
One hand.
Let's stick our heads up.
All right. Keep holding that, thank you. All right, now we have some closing remarks from one of our wonderful member representatives from the Henkel Corporation. You're welcome to take a seat again if you'd like. Yes.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Don't know if you can see me or not, but hi, my name is Jeff Bankers. First, I want to say congratulations to everyone. I was really happy to see all the smiles, and you guys did a great job on your presentation. First of all, thank you for having us. My name is Jeff Bankers. I work for the Henkel Corporation. We're a global company. We operate in both industrial and consumer business. We've been around for over 140 years. And maybe you don't know our name, but you might know some of our products like Dial Soap, Persil Laundry Detergent, Snuggle Fabric Softener, Right Guard Deodorant. And maybe you guys aren't familiar with it, but I'm sure your moms and dads are, Loctite adhesives. So what I do at Henkel is I'm in charge of product development for liquid hand soap, so Dial Soap, and Dial Bar Soap. And what we do is we literally are the ones who create the products and design them and test them to see that they're effective, not in a way that's all too different from the experiments you guys did. And I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So first, congratulations to Litchfield Middle School. You guys did a great job. We're really proud of you guys. I also want to give a call out to Lake Lure Classical Academy and Stanley Boyd High School. You guys had great programs as well, and of course everyone did a great job in general. So congratulations to everyone. Specifically to the Litchfield School, Middle School. What I loved about your campaign was how it impacted people's health, students, their families, their friends. It really showed how holistically washing your hands properly makes a difference, not just in your health, but also in your school performance. Congratulations on helping your school with some money, never a bad thing. And of course, your trip to DC, hope you guys have a good time. What you may not know is that I'm actually from Minnesota. I was born in Cottage Grove, and I went to St. John's University and graduate school at the University of Minnesota. So I'm really proud that a team from my state won. So great job, guys. I think you showed how good the education system is in Minnesota. You guys did us proud. We're very happy. What you guys did, how you won, was just showed a lot of innovation, not just in the tests, but also how you guys showed diversity of media, whether it's the podcast, the books, videos, surveys, the experiments you did. I actually loved them. The bread mold growth, the potato germ transfer, probably my favorite, glow germ. We actually have used that in our lab as well for experiments, so it's kind of cool that you guys are already doing that. Very advanced work. So you guys are really smart, you're doing stuff that big companies are already doing, so keep with it. So I'd like to show you guys a little video, which might look but very familiar, hope you guys can still hear me, to what you guys do. So what we do is first we take a hand and we don't wash it and we challenge it with bacteria and then we plate it. Then we wash with regular soap and then we plate it, and then we wash with antibacterial soap and then we plate it. And what we do is then grow that bacteria and we do time-lapse photography on it. And I think this, kind of like your potato experiment, shows clearly why washing your hands at the very least with regular soap, preferably with antibacterial soap if you want to take care of, if you want to reduce your exposure to bacteria, really does make a difference in keeping you healthy. So good job, guys. I mean, you really did an experiment that's very relevant and not all that different from what we do in big industry. So again, congratulations. I'm really proud of you guys. We're all very proud of you at Henkel. You guys came with some really creative solutions to educate people. Keep doing what you're doing. I really appreciate your passion for these ideas and for science in general. Please stick with it. We're always in need of good scientists, and I think it's a great and interesting field to go into if you're so interested. I just want to wish you luck in the upcoming school year, and I hope you enjoyed your trip to DC. Make sure if you haven't, try and get to the Smithsonian.
Thank you, Dr. Bankers. If I had known I was following a fellow Minnesotan, I would have actually written a little more. But, this Gusty is not afraid to follow a Johnny. So we will proceed. But good morning, everyone. My name is Jacob Cassidy. I'm Director of Government Affairs here at the American Cleaning Institute. And I just want to say, over the years, it really has been a pleasure of mine to escort award winners to the United States Capitol. Here they are, yesterday, beautiful day. We've always arranged meetings with the two members of the Senate and the federal representative that they have, and I can tell you, in my day job, it can be often difficult, if not impossible, to try to get some minutes on their schedule. But I'll tell you that when you bring leaders of their community who no less won an award, teaching their fellow students and their broader community the importance of hand washing and the proper ways to do it, my job certainly becomes easier. So really, what we're talking about is the local leadership, and we've seen these pictures before, but they really capture your engagement with your community and the importance of it. Economists talk about a multiplier effect, and once you do that, you can come back and teach me a little bit about it, but you got to think about what these students went home and taught their families, as you mentioned. I'm a parent of a soon-to-be preschooler, and everything he learns at school, he comes home and makes sure that mommy and daddy do it too, to no end. And that's the impact your program has provided on your community that will go far beyond your visit here. But your civic engagement at home has led to civic impact and engagement at a national scale. Yesterday we had the pleasure to meet with Senator Amy Klobuchar, Senator Tina Smith, and a great opportunity to go to Representative Colin Peterson's office, where that is an elk from Montana, we learned. Really showing that your impact in education of students in Minnesota does have an impact far beyond your central Minnesota community. Your peers in FCCLA will see what an award-winning hand-washing campaign looks like. As you educated your senators, representatives, their staff yesterday, they learn not only about hand washing, but also learn that students in Litchfield care about this issue and are talented educators who created an award-winning program. You know, these lessons are influencing a much wider audience than you likely had in mind when kicking this off. And while students are learning about hand washing, they actually are experiencing the science behind soap. And here to speak to that aspect is actually my colleague, Kathy Stanton. Congratulations.
Hello. Thanks, Jake. I just wanted to take this time to congratulate all of the winning schools, not just the ones that are here, but thank you very much. Kids teaching kids is a wonderful way to learn, grow, and have fun. And though this awards ceremony represents the end of this year's Healthy Schools, Healthy People, It's a SNAP program, the learning and fun doesn't have to end. ACI is going to remain committed to teaching kids the science of soap through our Exploration Clean website. Our mission with this website is to demonstrate how science plays an essential role in our daily lives, which you, the winners, have also shown, and to inspire children to seek careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematic fields. The next generation of scientists, some of which are in this room with us, are vital to the continued advancement of health and quality of life around the world. ACI encourages these young scientists to learn the science behind soap via Exploration Clean, through colorful graphics, hands-on activities, and games. A lot of the same ways that you taught the children are the same ways that we want to continue to teach about soap. So thanks to the winners for spreading the good word on the importance of clean hands. And once again, join me in congratulating all the winners.
All right, well, I want to thank not only our student team today, but also all of our presenters for sharing your support of the Healthy Schools, Healthy People program, and especially the support of our amazing team from Litchfield, Minnesota. I wanted to say thank you again. I think a Clean Start program is really something that all of us will be able to utilize. There's elements in there we'll be able to take to our membership, those that go to our website and want to learn more, which is tremendous. And it really promotes the importance of good hand washing behavior in your school, community, and beyond. So let's do another round of applause for our amazing winning team from Litchfield Middle School FCCLA. We are thrilled that you were able to come to Washington to be a part of this. And also, I know for many of you, a first trip to Washington, so I hope you had a fun time and we'll come back. And thank you to joining ACI and the CDC for this awards ceremony. Now, I do have a call to action for the member companies that are joining us this morning. Help us continue to reward Litchfield Middle School and the runners-up with hand hygiene product donations that will ship by August 2019. So contact Rachel for more details, but we want to make sure we're giving as many supplies as we possibly can. So this morning's session and presentation have ended. So thank you again for joining us today. And for those of us in the room, I think the student team will be here for some pictures and if we have any other questions. So thank you again, everyone.